What's up, everybody? And welcome to the first episode of Pillow Talk with Paul Goneau. Before I get started, I just want to give a special shout out to the official sponsor of Pillow Talk, Neon Light District. Whether you need a sign for your business or your kid's room, your sex dungeon, whatever, hit up neonlightdistrict.com and they will take care of you. And use code Pillow Talk to save 10%. So my guest today is a comedian, a trucker. You still drive trucks, right?
Still drive that trucks. Keep on trucking.
And the co-host of two podcasts, The Wet Beak and Pros and Conquerors. He is James Jam Easy Cummins.
Hey.
Thank you for being here, brother.
Thanks for inviting me, man.
Yeah, man. No problem.
And the neon sign is fucking sick.
You like that shit?
I might actually have to go to neonlights.com.
Yeah, neonlightdistrict.com. Yeah, man.
Yo, it actually is really dope, yo. You're gonna see me rip it off, and you're gonna be like, "Hey, this guy."
No, fucking do it, man. Do it. I want to fucking. I want to get people going to them. I want to the idea was to hopefully get like some sponsors in the beginning.
That's amazing.
And
right
then,
off the bat, yo.
And then from that maybe other sponsors would see and be like, "Oh, this is a little more legitimate." I was trying to not like cheap out, I just wanted to started doing it off right from the beginning.
Yeah, sick, man.
How you been surviving COVID, dude? You been working?
So like having a job as a trucker, I'm lucky because fucking that's the one industry that never stopped. I see a lot of people, the first round of the pandemic, they were saying, thank you to the essential workers, the nurses, the doctors, and then third on the list was usually truckers. I'm like, sick, yo. We're getting some gratitude out there.
Yeah, that's good, man. So I guess you ain't been collecting that CERB. You've been doing all right.
Yeah. No CERB for me. How does CERB work? Next year, do you have to pay it back or? Okay,
so CERB, I guess, was not taxed. So you got like 26 weeks of 2Gs that wasn't taxed. So all of the CERB, that first 6 months is going to fucking bite people in the ass next year, man. Like tax time.
You will have to pay in tax.
Oh, for sure. And like, I know me personally, when it first started out, I applied for EI because I was working two jobs. I applied for EI. And then I didn't hear back for like a month, so I applied for CERB too, and I ended up getting a CERB check and an EI check. So I have to pay my back taxes plus the first 2Gs that I got. So I'm gonna have to pay a few grand next year.
Wow, yeah, that's how they get you. All this, everyone, we're all getting free money next year. They're like, it wasn't free. Oh shit.
Yeah, and then after the CERB ended, the CRB is kind of a recovery benefit to kind of get people back. I mean. Right now, I think they're announcing some shit. So by the time this airs, we might be in lockdown again. Who knows?
Yeah, today. Holy shit.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the CRB is better because they're basically giving you, the same amount of money, but they're taxing it this time. So like every check is about like $8.90, $8.95, something like that. So that'll be okay. But everybody that got it, it was good in the beginning, but it's really gonna suck. Not just businesses are closing. And I don't even know if it's worth it, to be honest, man. Like I see the fallout from the shit is worse than the actual disease itself.
I 100% agree, and it's good. And we're gonna people that watch this might be like, these two assholes. They don't realize how serious it is, but buddy, I agree, man. I think the back end of it, where people are going crazy, people aren't seeing their families and stuff, people are being locked up in their houses, not working. Like the whole mindset of people when you don't work, it fucks with you, yo.
Yeah, man.
So like I heard it already got debunked, but I heard World Health Organization said we shouldn't do a second lockdown. Like people have been suicides, people have been dying, all this stuff. They came out and said that wasn't true. They didn't say that shit, but rumor has it people are saying that. I agree with it. I don't know.
Would you get this vaccine? You hear about this vaccine?
Tell me about it. I've heard of vaccines, but
I don't know too much about it. But I know, originally there was Pfizer. They came out with one, and they have like a long history of just negligence and lying and a lot of bad shit. Yes, they are a huge pharmaceutical company, and the industry is probably the most corrupt industry in the world, to be honest. But I guess now there's another company, and they're kind of, trying to get their vaccine released. I don't know too much about the details. Like, I'm not a scientist or a chemist or anything like that, but...
What's the name of the other company, you know?
No, I don't.
The one rumor I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but that the other company that has, like, the highest success rate, whatever, apparently they had something to do with anthrax back in the day, and they got in trouble and they got sued. But the guy that was like basically the whistleblower on their end, he fucking committed suicide before the trial.
Yeah.
And then they got
Likely
off.
story.
And yeah, same way Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. And then that same company now they're coming back with this vaccine. So it's just weird how like these companies aren't good.
No,
There's
man.
evil
And
going on.
And like vaccines, again, definitely not an expert. You know,
Yeah.
you might not learn a lot of shit in this, but you'll get a lot of opinions.
Definitely, yeah.
Like there's a lot of steps and trials you have to go to actually clear a vaccine, and we're in such like a weird time that they're bypassing a lot of those checkpoints, you know? So it's like, it's even sketchier than a regular vaccine. It's like, they don't know. They're like, oh, this is the first of a new vaccine. Like, they're saying shit like that. They don't really know, like, 10 years from now, oh, you can't have kids. Like, who knows what it's going to be, you know? I'm not pro-vaccine. I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm whatever the fuck you want to do, but don't force shit on me.
I agree, yeah. Get it if you want to get it. If they say kids have to get it to go to school, I guess that's a decision parents have to make. But as far as grown-ups, we should be able to make our choice to...
Exactly, man. And that's how I feel about the businesses, too. Like, the small businesses. It's like a lot of places are just being forced. Like, they can't do anything. And I think that's wrong. Like, I don't even believe in politics. Like, if I was to say anything, I'm a libertarian. Like, fuck politics in general. I just think they need to let people... If you want to go out... and, you know, work and keep your business alive, you should have that option. You shouldn't just be forced to just eat shit until they say it's, you know, okay. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a bummer, man.
I know, so many places closed during this. It's real sad, yo. Fucking... And I don't know what the fucking upside is. Like, maybe I'm stupid, but I listen to the radio a lot, and I listen to podcasts, whatever, and I've heard... tons of stuff about case numbers, but I haven't heard shit about deaths in like months, yo. Is that just me or is that...
Well, I mean, they're always telling you new cases. But
they're not saying...
But
like,
you never hear the deaths. You never hear, so because the death rates are super low. I'd always thought if we were going to do something like this, you know, it would be like fucking half the people that get it are dying. Like, all right, yo, I'm staying inside. I'm gonna fucking wear a mask. Like, I wear a mask, man, but I wear for other people. Like, I'm not scared. Like, I was starting this. People are going to come to my, you know, my place and stuff like that. Like, I'm not really scared. I think the best thing a healthy person could do is fucking get it. You know, they got to get their bodies, we have a natural defense system, our immune system, you know? And that shit just gets a little taste. That's all it needs.
A lot of young people have been, like, asymptomatic, too.
Yeah, exactly.
So we could have had it and lost it without even knowing whatever, like...
Yeah, my girlfriend, I guess, had a case, and no, not herself, but at her work, and she works in a lab, and everybody in that you know closed lab, there's maybe about 10 people. They had to take off 2 weeks, get tested. So maybe about a month ago, I was unofficially tested because she didn't have it, and even though she didn't have it, they made her take 2 weeks off, and they paid her, and I'm like, okay. You're a big company. They're like I don't know. They were actually doing some tests on products that were used for COVID testing, whatever that means. Like, she's a scientist, you know what I mean? And, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't trust any of this COVID shit. I think people should be allowed to do what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's, within reason. But I mean, like... At the same time, businesses, yeah, I agree 100%.
Within reason, like I said...
The one thing I'll say, okay, the one thing I'll agree with people on is if a business says to put a mask on when they want you to... If you want to come in that business and they say put a mask on, put a mask on.
Absolutely, dude.
All right, so that's what I mean by within reason. Because, like, I see those people on that end that are like, I'm not wearing a mask, kick me out, whatever. Like, they get so hyped.
Bro,
it's like, yo, these workers are just doing their job. It's not like they fucking wrote the rules.
The amount of times I've wanted to just slap people and be like, just put on your fucking mask, man. Most people don't want to be wearing it. Yeah. Just, like, do your part. Who knows I don't know if it actually works or not. You know what I mean? And I don't wear it anywhere outside of those. I've been denied going into, like, Walmart and shit because I didn't have a mask. Yeah. You know? It's like, it's not worth a fight to me.
No.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. You gotta understand, like, there's some people out there that are terrified of this. And rightfully so, because you're hearing on the news, and if you're one of those people that's buying into, like, oh my God, like, fear-mongering, like, straight-up fear-mongering, if you're one of those people and you're going to the grocery store just trying to get food for your family, like you don't want to make them feel uncomfortable at the same time. Like put your mask on. Don't make them go crazy, because people are already living in a scared way. You know.
Yeah, I get protecting the older people too. You know what I mean? Because they're not as healthy. They have, pre-existing conditions, whatever the case may be. So, I'm not anti or pro anything. I guess I'm kind of pro-choice in the sense that, like,
pro-choice for sure.
I feel like people should be able to make their own fucking decisions. Like
sure.
Tech Nine had a concert maybe about a month ago, and he caught a lot of shit. They were following some protocols. Didn't have max capacity, that kind of thing. Caught a lot of shit for it, and it was just kind of like, hey man, everyone that was there wanted to be there. They knew what they were risking, and they all decided to come and have a good fucking time. And personally, I don't see anything wrong with that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, man, fuck this COVID shit. Jam Easy.
Yeah. Fuck that
all right.
shit.
Jam Easy. The name. Okay. I wanna.
Oh man.
Start off with what I think happened. Because I know you said that you got it when you were like a strip club DJ or something like that.
Yeah,
something vague
DJ
like that.
DJ in general.
So this is like, I imagine at some point you started like writing your name with a Z. Like James with a Z. You can tell me the real thing, and then, I don't know, one of your boys saw it and was like, Jam Easy, and you're like, oh shit. Is there any...
That's such a
Is
cool,
it grounded?
That's such a cool origin story, but it
no,
like
No? All right,
it's so much gayer than that.
Give me the details. How'd you get that?
Just girls used to call me Jamesy, and then I was like, that's a gay name, so I was like Jam Easy. I just put an A in there.
Jam Easy.
Yeah.
And did you use that as your DJ name?
Yeah. So when I used to DJ for some hip hop artists too.
Oh, okay.
And they're still like doing their thing. Like, just once I started doing comedy, I stopped DJing because I didn't have time for that.
Yeah.
But shout out to Stay Out Late. These guys are still doing their thing. Yeah, man. And as a strip club DJ, fun and all, but hip hop DJ, like doing shows and stuff, that was some of the funnest nights. Like, really good time. Like, I wasn't a sick like scratcher or anything, spinner, but show DJ, throw some sound effects in. You know what I mean? Fucking pull up the song. Yo, it was a.
You ever like? Is that where you got like your your taste for comedy? Like, I mean, initially, coming to the stage and you say a little joke first, and then fucking people were like, oh shit, that's funny.
Yeah, for sure. As a strip club DJ, you throw in a couple of those one-liners, whatever. And as a hip hop DJ, I wasn't really cracking jokes on the mic.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, it's hard. You kind of have to pick if you want to do like the comedic route in comedy, like Lonely Island, or you want to go more serious. So.
But I did throw some joke sound effects in and stuff. Like I used to throw sex sound effects in like crazy. And one time I got blackout drunk, and we were doing a showcase show. So I was DJing for other artists that don't even know me. And when these guys were on stage, like I was throwing it in at inappropriate times just because I was fucking gone, I didn't even know what I was doing. But that's what happens when you pay me in Hennessy.
Were you the weekend DJ, or were you the like Tuesdays at lunchtime DJ, or did you just do all around? Did you know?
Okay. For strip club, I was one weekend night and then like 2 weeknights kind of thing.
You seen some crazy shit?
Never afternoons because I had another day job.
You seen some crazy shit?
Oh yeah, that place was a mess, man. Was
it a club, like a club I would know, like Brampton?
It's called the Office Gentlemen's Club.
I have no idea.
It was in Brampton. It was on Melanie Drive.
Oh, I do. Yeah, off Steele's there.
Yep.
They closed it down. I remember, and there was like a grow op or something going on in there at some point.
I don't know about that, but there was a shooting there.
Oh, okay.
And then they reopened as something else. I wasn't there for that one, but when it was the Office, there was a shooting there, and that's when they closed down like shortly after.
You were there for the shooting, or you were working?
I wasn't there. I wasn't there that night, but. So one of the girls that I know was there. This is a funny story. She, as a stripper is, she's in a thong and a bra. The shooting happens. She goes to try and grab her shit quick to get out. She couldn't find her pants, so she just goes out in a jacket. Now on her way out, cops are trying to grab people to question them. Oh, do you work there? And then she, did you just come from there? And then she's like, no, I didn't come from there. Even though she's just in a thong and a coat. She just convinced the cops not to talk to her. She's like, no, I don't.
Well, like, how was it outside? Was it like nice? Is it like thong and coat weather?
Oh, it was wintertime.
Like wintertime.
It was
yeah, so it's a little,
But other crazy shit, man. Fucking, I remember one girl fell asleep giving a lap dance.
Oh shit.
I was like DJing, and I could see like the lap dance area from where I was, and she woke up and like she tried to charge the guy, and they were like arguing. She's like, I wasn't done. She said I wasn't done. He's like, I think you were done, and you fell asleep on me. It's crazy, yo.
That's brutal, man. I dated a stripper.
Oh,
She
yeah?
wasn't, well, an ex-stripper, I should say. Well, to be real, she said she was an ex-stripper. We dated for like 2 months, man. I got out of a relationship, and she was like significantly younger than me.
Oh, wow.
And she said she wasn't
talking?
stripping anymore. Pardon?
How young?
How young? Oh, like...
How old are you?
Me, I'm 34 now.
Okay.
This is probably when I was like, maybe like 27 or 28. She was 20.
Nice.
Yeah. Really, really attractive, but really kind of... I didn't know her that well, and we just kind of, there was that sexual chemistry quick. And we started hanging out a lot, and then I started very quickly to see, like, the dark side. Like, she was addicted to, like, prescription pills. Like, I remember we went on a Sunday. She was like, oh, I really need to get my prescription. And it didn't click until we got there,
Yeah.
like, how sketchy this was. And we're at the pharmacy, and she's like, I don't know, she's been denied getting her prescription filled. We're like, oh, like, we have to call your doctor. And she, like, causes a scene.
True.
And it wasn't shortly after that we split up, but she had a bubble butt, man, and she could like grip my dick with her ass cheeks.
Wow.
Very, very. I ain't never had nothing like that before.
You let her get away.
Yeah,
all
man, you know what I mean?
Just like to pop a couple
I know.
pills.
I know.
Who are you to judge?
I know fucking hundreds of sexy girls, man. That's not. Maybe when I was younger, it was all about that. And like, obviously, I need that initial attraction for a woman, but man, I need something more. Like, I'm getting older. Like, I don't want to just fucking, fuck and shit.
For sure,
I'm looking for some real shit. I need some conversation. I need someone with some brains. I gotta have a certain, I don't know, figure, I guess. But I think brains and shit are just... I'm not trying to sound cliche and be the good guy here. I'm just saying, like, they're just as important as, like, a fine-ass body.
There's
sexy mind and a sexy body.
Yeah. What's like a topic that you have to be able to talk with a girl, or, like, it's a deal breaker? Like, if she doesn't know about this, you're like, fuck that. Like, one of my boys went on a date with a girl recently, and she didn't know who Drake was, so he just blocked her after.
Yeah.
He was like, you don't know who Drake is? I'm like, how unplugged are you?
Well, maybe she's just like a hipster and she just wants to seem cool. Like, yeah, I don't watch TV or like.
I think she was from another country though. I think she was.
Oh, that could be
I think she was Chinese.
My girl's from United.
UAE.
Arab. Yeah. Emirates or something like. I think I'm saying it right. United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
And so she came over, and all the things, honestly, that I thought would be a deal breaker. Like, I'm super big on comedy, super big on, like, superheroes, like Batman especially, like, things like that. And she hadn't seen none of it, man. She didn't know anything about it. And she's really not into it. And I was like, I remember before we watched Batman Begins. You seen that? Christian Bale?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, classic shit. And she hasn't seen it. And so we're about to watch it. And I remember being like, oh, this could seriously be a deal breaker if she doesn't like it. And she didn't like it.
Guy, yeah.
And we're still,
She
so
didn't like
it's
it?
like, no, not really. She likes Superman a little more. But overall, like, she doesn't like to watch that shit with me, man.
How about, okay, I see you like the Simpsons. How about if she doesn't like the Simpsons? Are you big on the Simpsons? You have to watch it?
You know what? It's not really like,
Or just
we
a
don't
classic?
need, the thing is, like, I don't think commonalities in... I don't think we need to like the same things to be in a healthy relationship. I think...
Fair enough, yeah.
I think fundamentals and, like, a mindset and the way we treat people and view life and how, like, having goals, and I think that kind of stuff is more important than actually, like, oh, we like the same shows, we listen to the same music. When I was young, it'd be like, all right, what's your favorite album? Someone would say, like, Good Charlotte, and I wouldn't talk to them ever again, like, shit like that. But now it's like, well, you like Good Charlotte?
No, I'm just thinking, I'm thinking there's certain music. I think music would be more of a deal breaker than shows and entertainment, because I'm thinking, if a girl only likes to listen to, like, screamo rock or something, buddy, I'm not gonna enjoy that, car rides and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta spend time together listening to music. I think music's important.
Absolutely. I think it's more important than, you know,
Than, like,
shows or movies, that
yeah,
kind of shit. I listen to a lot of music, man. I can't really, like, you were talking about Drake. I'm not a big Drake fan. I'm not really like a new school hip hop fan.
See, I
You know
seen
what I
okay. When I
don't
met
like-
you, I definitely thought you were more like a rock guy than a rap guy. And then today, when I saw like MCs on on the topic, I was like, oh. And then you told me you were producing in rap. I'm like, oh damn. So I'm curious to know, yeah, what kind of rappers you're into, like.
Fuck, man. Well, I'm not just into hip hop. I'll answer that, but I'm not just into hip hop. Like, I like it all as long as it's not. I tend to, like, there's certain musics I don't listen to.
Country music?
I could fuck with some country
fuck with
music,
country.
old school country
yeah.
music. Yeah, I don't like the
Some
new school country
Conway
music's
Twitty?
just like dudes from fucking Texas, and they're trying to be rappers. Like, they have all this
Yeah, I don't like that
shiny
too much.
bling, and they have these
Sam
women
Hunt?
and like fucking. It's just
Fuck
like
you, Sam Hunt.
I don't even know who you are, but fuck you, Sam
Nah,
Hunt.
he's alright. He's alright. I didn't mean to say that. But definitely, I'm a bigger fan of the old school stuff, and he probably is too.
I just don't fuck with a lot of pop, man. And like, I don't really like a lot of mainstream stuff. Like, it's not like I defined it.
Did you look? This room looks like you could have filmed WAP.
Bro, I don't even know if I've heard the whole song. Like, I know what it is, but I learned what it was from Ben Shapiro. Wet ass P word.
Yeah,
Did you hear that shit? And I was like, what is this wet ass P word?
Yeah.
And so I fucking, and I didn't
You
listen.
never
to the whole
heard?
song.
Okay. When you're in the, I'm not saying listen to it.
I've heard little bits of it, but I don't think I've heard it as a whole.
Beginning
to end.
I didn't for the longest time, but then the other day I was in my car and it came on the radio and I'm like, let me hear how this bumps. And I fucking turned it up. I'm just saying the beat is actually pretty live, and when you turn that up in the car, if you have some good speakers, it's not bad. I was fucking.
Who does the song?
It's Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion.
Cardi B. Yeah, I don't even know Meg Thee Stallion or Megan?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Okay.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, I don't even know any of her music. I definitely know fucking.
I'm a Savage, Classy, Bougie, Ratchet.
Oh yeah, I have heard that.
Meg. That's Meg.
Yeah, I have heard that.
She apparently Tory Lanez shot her in the foot too.
And Tory Lane's a B-Town dude, eh?
Yep. Yo, Tory Lanez, man. I don't know if he shot the girl in the foot, but what a big thing to do for Brampton as far as the music he made, fucking making it big, the quarantine radio. This guy was catching fire.
He's doing it?
And then he shot her in the foot and he ruined his fucking shit, man.
I don't even know.
I feel bad.
A lot of that stuff still.
I feel bad for the situation. I don't know if he shot her. It sounds like he did, so I feel.
So what, he get
bad for
arrested?
Meg.
He's been accused of shooting her in
I
the
think
foot?
he's getting charged.
Yeah?
He's getting charged, yeah.
Did she say he did it?
She said he did it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But then there's rumors about, the story's a little made up. So I don't know.
Yeah, man. But I don't know. Hip hop, I'm very big. Like, my favorite dude's probably Vinny Paz. I'm very big on, like, Jedi Mind Tricks.
See, I've never even heard of these people.
No. For real.
Yeah.
La Coca Nostra, Ill Bill, Slain.
What?
Where
do you find these people?
Who else do I have? Redman and Method Man.
Okay, yeah.
Those dudes, you know. Obviously Wu-Tang. I don't know, man. I like
I
the boom bap stuff, with lyrical content. Like, I'm not a super fan of just really catchy and like simplistic beats, it varies, but yeah, I would say not, and all this stuff isn't like 20 years old. Like, these dudes are still releasing stuff. It's just they don't follow the current mold. You know what I mean? They still have the old school at heart.
You're more about lyrics than just a banger. Like you
it depends though, man. It depends. Like, it depends what I'm doing. 9 times out of 10, lyrics for sure. But I can get down. And I remember when and I don't like this guy, but I remember when fucking and this is gonna show my age for sure. But Soulja Boy, that Crank That or whatever the fuck it is. Is that it?
Yeah.
No, I didn't like it, but I could I'd go out. It was my clubbing days, and I would bust that shit out. You know what I mean?
That's that dance.
You gotta know how to have a good time, right?
Yeah, that was a white friendly dance.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Some dances they make, I'm just like, thanks guys. I can do that.
Never gonna be able to do this though.
Yeah.
No, that one was alright. Yeah, he's not very good. He did a song called Goku. You ever heard that shit? Probably the worst song in history. Yeah, man. I don't know what happened, but he hit the mark on that one single. And
Kiss Me Through the Phone, was that him too?
Yeah, it was him. Yeah, I think Chris Brown and some shit and him did that.
No, I don't think it was Chris Brown. I think it was the guy from Pretty Ricky, maybe. Remember Pretty Ricky?
Nah. Nah. What about you, man? What about you? Let's do the top 5 right now, because I want to kind of get it out.
Top 5 MCs?
Top 5. Let's go MCs.
Okay, so my top 5 rappers, whatever, right?
Yeah, rappers, MCs.
Whatever. You're not going to be happy with this list.
I don't care, man.
Okay,
I'm not judging.
I'll finish with the most controversial one. But, okay, DMX. I'm a big fan of DMX.
Word, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I put Kanye up there.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of his work. And then, honestly, man, I throw Tupac, and then I finish with Juicy J, and I know that one.
Juicy J.
Juicy J. I love 3 6 Mafia. I love.
They started out real strong, bro. I'm gonna be real. I liked them in the beginning of the days. But as time went on, I wasn't really into it. But they're doing.
Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar.
Yeah.
Twisting my shoulder.
I never popped my collar in my life, but that song was alright.
Oh. And Juicy J, you didn't like his solo stuff? Bands That Make Her Dance?
Nah.
Bands That Make Her Dance. Not really. That was when I DJ'd as... That's probably why I like Juicy J so much.
Yeah.
Because when I DJ'd at a strip club, Juicy J songs are like... I can remember some really fun nights.
Yeah, he makes party music. You know, he knows what he's doing and he stays, you know.
But you hate that list, eh?
Not really. Like, the beginning of it was alright.
Yeah.
Who was the second last one you said before Juicy J?
Tupac?
Yeah, man. DMX, Tupac. I can fuck with those guys.
Tupac just has an amazing catalog. Like, I know he died young, but then he released like 6 albums after he died.
That's crazy.
And bangers!
Yeah, well, you know.
Part 1 and Part 2. Like, he... what's the one with... fucking... Unborn Child on it and Until the End of Time. Like, I forget the name of that album, but it was a 2-disc album. This guy was releasing 2-disc albums after he was dead. He didn't release...
He's good, man.
What the fuck?
It's an artist,
How does he have
bro.
that much music?
Just fucking, you know, that's the thing with, like, musicians is most of the music you don't hear. You know what I mean? Like, Michael Jackson, fucking another guy, Prince. These dudes just, you know, recorded a lot of shit. And most of it's not going to see the light of day.
Are you an R&B fan?
Old school?
Okay, let me hear your top 5 R&B singers.
Oh my God, I don't know,
put you on the spot for that, just because
I don't know.
Your rappers were so out of left field, I couldn't hear them. But the R&B singers, I know you're gonna hit me with some classic guys.
Fuck, man, I don't know. Casey and JoJo,
of course, love them.
Yeah. We considering Barry White.
Yeah, that's R&B.
Fucking R&B.
That's not what I was thinking when I asked. I was thinking because you said old school. I was thinking you were gonna hit me with 90s R&B singers like fucking Genuine. Joe. R. Kelly is number 1. I hate to say it, but his same thing. His catalog is too big. Like it's undeniable. You can mute them all you want, but the hits are the hits.
What a fucking creep, though.
I know.
You know?
And there is certain songs that like when I listen to now, I have to switch to
that Aaliyah shit. Age ain't nothing but a number, or was like man
throwing down ain't nothing but a thing, but the song hits.
If we separate. Let's separate the art from the artist, you know, and just be real for a minute, because there's a lot of fucking creeps that made good art. And I'm not saying I support them. Like, I'm not big on Michael Jackson. I'm not big on R. Kelly. But, like, go ahead, Michael. Shoot till you miss. That I believe I can fly.
Oh, my God.
Like, come on, dude. Come on. Like, you don't have to like R. Kelly to know that track is fucking... good, man.
He has some great... Okay, yeah. So aside from sex songs, his uplifting songs, yeah. I Believe I Can Fly, The Storm Is Over, come on. Happy People, you remember Happy People?
Yeah, I remember that one.
One time I was DJing at a fucking basketball tournament, and there was a fight that broke out. And I was playing like hype music, and somebody's like, yo, put some chill shit on. I put on Happy People. The way the room calmed down. It's happy people, yeah. People were started vibing. Same guy that was like one of the most heated guys in the fight. He was fucking dancing.
Now?
R. Kelly did it.
Now? I don't know if it would get the same reaction.
I don't think
I think he's been banned from like a lot of radio stations.
It would not.
And like,
oh man, wow.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But definitely, I don't know. You said R&B artists, but I gotta say, Boyz II Men would probably be like the top. There's like,
yeah. I'll accept groups. I just wanted to hear some
unlimited amount of fucking good music. Even like
how about Usher? You put him up there?
Usher, yeah. Even like Brandy.
Yeah.
You remember like old school Brandy?
Oh.
I remember and I
Moesha.
Fucking no idea why I like this song, but her and Monica did
Boys
some
Month.
shit. Yeah, dude, that was a fucking banger.
You have no
too.
idea why you like that song because it's a great song.
Yeah, but when I listen to it now, I'm like,
no,
I didn't relate to this when I was like in grade 6.
The production on that is
it's
sick,
good.
too.
It's solid. Yeah, it's solid.
So when you produce like boom bap.
A little bit. I did like some kind of like I guess maybe like techno housey kind of stuff.
Okay.
Some like acoustic, like rock. Like I play guitar and stuff too, so I like incorporate that into the beats. I can show you some stuff after if you want to hear some shit. But yeah, it's been a while since I did it, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. When's the last time you DJ'd? Still got the shit?
Nah. I could fucking, yeah. But the last time I DJ'd, I was wedding DJing too, so if that counts, like maybe like 2 years ago. But even that I stopped doing. But like hip hop DJing, yeah, as soon as I started comedy, I stopped doing that pretty much. I did one more show maybe. So over 3 years ago.
All right.
Wow.
You miss it?
I would do a show anytime. If they said, oh, come do a show, and just for old time's sake, whatever, I'll go do it. I can't make it a regular part of the schedule, but I would do it once for fun.
So what are like your hype songs? Do you listen to like before shows and shit? Obviously, I know there's not a lot of performing right now. Before shows or anything, really, when you're going to do something that you're excited about, or like maybe you have anxiety, you know, is there like certain songs or...
Oh, those are two different moods.
Okay, well, let's just... Hype songs. Top 5 hype songs.
Ooh, top 5 hype songs.
Yeah.
Honestly, first one that comes to mind is Suavemente. You know, Suavemente. Yo, that song just gets me going. Fuck, hype song. Okay. I'll say Hit a Motherfucker, you know that? Yeah, I bet you won't. Hit a motherfucker, hit a motherfucker.
Who does that? That definitely sounds familiar.
I think that is that 3 6 Mafia? I don't know who that. Or it might have just been one of those fucking groups that popped up and like got in, got out kind of thing.
Yeah.
In the early mid 2000s.
Yeah, late 90s and 2000s had a lot of one-hit wonders and shit, man.
Did you watch the Jeezy vs Gucci versus?
No.
Okay, you know Jeezy and Gucci.
Yeah, I know both of them, yeah.
Who do you think's better?
Jeezy.
Yeah, Jeezy. Okay, so Jeezy was wiping the floor with him. I watched it. I never watched the versus, but yesterday I had a couple friends over and we were actually like just bumping it, whatever. But like watching it was actually funny too because these guys, Jeezy was just playing hits, just knocking, and Gucci doesn't have the hits to keep up with him. Gucci just started doing diss tracks to Jeezy, just like straight up because they had a beef at one time. So he's just straight up playing diss tracks. They're not even hits, like they're not bangers. It's just making fun of Gucci, and it was just such a mad tension in the room. But it was good, yo. Jeezy probably has some good. Jeezy's fresh in my mind, so thinking of hype songs, he has some good ones like "Cause I'm a rider." Yeah, oh yeah,
I know that shit,
survivor. Yeah. Yo, Akon had some hits too, man.
Even the one he did with fucking Rihanna. I don't like Rihanna, man, but I was like, what is it, like Go Hard or maybe just Hard?
Oh, yeah.
That's a fucking good track, man.
Yo, Jeezy had some yo,
yeah.
Come on. He had some hits. Yeah, I know. Gucci couldn't keep up. I like Gucci Man and all, but he couldn't keep up. At the end, they did So Icy together. Remember that one? I'm so icy.
They did a song together?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I never heard that.
Yeah. Because when I think Jeezy was a star first, he put Gucci on, and then I guess they had beef after.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens, yo. It's happened with fucking Jay-Z and Kanye. Did you see the fucking Kanye West on Joe Rogan?
Are Jay-Z and Kanye not friends anymore?
I know they were going to court. So I don't know. If I was going to court with you, I wouldn't fuck with you. That's all I'm saying, you know? So I don't know.
Kanye, man. I it's unfortunate how it's gone, but man, he yes, I did see the Joe Rogan thing.
Yeah.
I do think Kanye is a genius still, but I also think he's a maniac. And
he's out there.
I think not maniac, but his thoughts, whatever you want to say, they come all at the same time. But the guy, it's really hard for him to finish a thought. I'll say it. So, and when I was listening to it, sometimes I was like, does he even know what the fuck he's talking about? But then 10 minutes later, I'll be like, wow, that's a really great idea. This guy's got a lot of... So he hits on genius ideas still.
I liked the beginning of his, journey. I thought, his first record came out after he got hit by a car.
College
And
Dropout, yeah.
that is a fucking classic album.
Classic.
And I always, since then, I've been like, someone needs to hit Kanye with a car again, yo. Send this guy back to making some good shit.
How about My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
Don't fuck with it. No.
I love
anything after 808s, I don't even.
You didn't like 808s?
I didn't like it, no.
808s was a controversial one.
He has a couple songs on each album that are good, but like the first few albums were just so solid that the rest of the stuff doesn't.
I really liked My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I really like College Dropout. Late Registration, whatever. Graduation, loved it. So pretty much most of his albums I love, but even Jesus is King. I'm not saying I loved it, but I bumped about 3 or 4 tracks off that. Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, he's not a dumb guy. I think he just he's at a point, and it might have something to do with being around the Kardashians, but like it's less about his music now, more about other things. And I'm just like, obviously you're gonna have a life. I'm not that guy that's like, we don't want to hear your opinion. You're a fucking artist. Give us the music. You know, I'm not that guy. I just I think the quality of his music has gone down because of all the other shit. What about comedians, man? Your influences, top 5 comedians.
Okay.
You could be local, could be fucking, big
No,
names,
I won't say
arena dudes.
I'll stick to big names.
Yeah,
Local's too hard to pick.
Throwing yourself under the bus, maybe.
Fucking okay, Chappelle's my number 1.
Yeah.
Chappelle, killing them softly, like as far as any comedy special, like that one.
That's the one with the guy jerking off. Come on, man, you're hitting my elbows, and he's there jerking off on the bus. And he felt like he was held hostage on the bus. Was that one, or was that live from the Fillmore? Because the first 2 ones I have both of them on DVD.
The ones that stick out to me in Killing Them Softly is like fucking the Sesame Street stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking the black guy eating chicken, and he's like, oh, just like it said in the encyclopedia. Just that one had a lot of classics. Andrew Dice Clay, I love Dice.
Yeah.
Fucking. I know he doesn't have like as much, catalog as some other people, but the guy bet on himself. You know his story, like how when he was on Dangerfield and he put out a page in the newspaper. He put out a full ad page in the newspaper advertising himself. This guy's gonna be on Dangerfield like tonight when it was on TV show, right? So the first time he's making a television appearance, he put out ads in the paper like getting more people to watch it. He fucking killed it. And then he became a big star. And then he sold out. He was like first comedian to sell at stadiums and shit. Fucking big.
You're talking about Dice.
Dice, yeah.
Yeah.
He's dope, yo.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Who else? Fucking. Man. It gets tough. But I love, speaking of Dangerfield, I love Rodney Dangerfield. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, man. I love him. One of the first guys I ever saw when I was younger.
Yeah, just
I tell you, like, fucking.
Yeah.
His whole thing was good.
He nonstop on. Like when he goes on a fucking Tonight Show too, he just fucking killed nonstop. And man, that's where it gets tough. I think if I have to limit it to 5, I'll say Bernie Mac and Patrice O'Neal. But I feel like there's so many other people that I'd interchange at those spots like that are around the same level in my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Chappelle and Dice stick out in my mind as influences. If I had to say what my act is, those are my 2 biggest influences.
Yeah? Yeah, I don't know. When I think of who my influences are, like, they don't affect my style. Like, okay, I'll tell you my top 5. Rogan, Chappelle.
I've never even seen a Rogan stand-up.
Oh, no?
I gotta watch one. There's a bunch of
man, I saw him like 2 years ago, and he was originally supposed to do this like small venue, and then something, I think it was like Rico Coliseum.
Okay.
And then something happened, and all the people at Rico Coliseum went on strike, and like so he went to ACC, like 5 times bigger capacity, and like almost filled it, bro, with like 2 weeks notice.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's a monster, man. I think he can. I don't know. At some point, it became cool to like hate on Joe Rogan, but man, I've been a fan of his comedy since like fucking just after Fear Factor. Like
I gotta check out his comedy.
Years.
I've only I thought he was just big because of his podcast. I didn't know it was because he's.
Well, I think that's why he's big outside of the comedy world. You know, a lot of people don't even know that he does comedy.
Yeah.
You know, so Chappelle second. This guy, Mark Forward, who's been on Letterkenny and the show Mr. D. He's actually from Oakville.
I've seen him.
He's fucking
He's
one of my favorites.
science teacher on Mr. D, right?
Yeah, the librarian. The librarian on Mr. D.
Okay.
I think you're thinking of Mark Little, maybe.
Yeah.
Mark
Both
Little.
named Mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick, man. Never seen that guy do stand up, but
Carlin.
Okay, yeah.
Because like he was my introduction into comedy. You know, I remember being little and just seeing him. I don't know what it was because he has more specials than can fill a fucking short bus, but like I was like, that's the conductor from Thomas the Tank Engine. You know, I was like little enough where I fucking could see, he's usually just fucking miniature. And so I watched that shit, and then Rodney was probably my next. I don't think I'd put him in my top 5 though, but I really do like Rodney. Maybe top 10.
Yeah.
And then maybe
it's hard making a list, man.
Bill Burr.
Oh yeah, that's great too.
Yeah. It's probably my top 5.
Is there any guys on the come up right now that like in the States, whatever, that you're liking? Like I say Schultz. I think.
Oh, dude, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Cause like, you know, when everyone was going into quarantine and shit, he rose to the top, bro, and he was releasing like some really good like sick, man. Content over the last like 6-7 months. He's been killing it. Yeah, he'd probably be at the top of my list. I really got into I don't know how long he's been doing it, but Theo Von.
Oh yeah, I think he's so
funny. He's one of my favorites now, man.
His special on Netflix, like he hated it and he shits on it all the time, and I watched it with other people that didn't like it, but I thought he was funny. I liked him. I found him so likable.
Obviously he is, and that's the thing. And like in that special, I was trying to tell like people, because I don't think he's my favorite, but that special, I think out of any special, I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, it's his only one on Netflix. It was probably the most laughs per minute than I've ever had in any other special.
Wow.
It's just a lot of silly shit. And like I seen him last year, and we're leaving the venue and he comes out. Like he's really hard on himself. He doesn't have, it seems like he has a lot of confidence. No, but if you've ever watched like This Past Weekend, you can see he's very insecure, and so like we're leaving, and all these people are going out and catching their Ubers and driving home or whatever, and me and my girl are like trying to call the Uber. He comes out, dude. He literally walks up to me, and we're like talking, and I'm like looking at my girl like, oh shit, like this is him, and we started chatting, and he was just like fucking. He didn't like his performance, and I was like, dude, it was great. And like I started saying, like, we talked probably for about 2 minutes before people realized who I was talking to or realized who he was, and then they started crowding in. But like I was telling him, like, man, I fucking I feel you. I relate to that. I feel like I bomb more than I do well. He's like, just don't fuck up for nothing. That was like the only advice he gave me. He fucking took my phone, he took a picture with it, and that was fucking was it.
Sounds like a great guy.
Dude, super cool. And he just came out and he was like, fuck. Like, he wasn't proud of it. And I just died laughing for like an hour and a half, So.
Wow. Another guy that I like on the come up, he got in trouble last year, Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis, I don't know the name.
Shane Gillis. So this guy, I started like listening to him on podcasts, whatever, and then like he got Saturday Night Live. And then he got in trouble for saying some bad words on his podcast, and then he lost Saturday Night Live the same day, or the same week. So he got but that got his name out there so much, and then fucking all these other like big time comedians started having him come open for them, and he just blew up pretty quick like the last year. He's so funny, man. I'll send you one of his just like a little like 7-minute clips of him doing stand up. It's so funny. Like I die at him.
You have a favorite actor?
Whew. First one that comes to mind is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Top 5 Leonardo DiCaprio movies.
Whoo! Ooh. Okay, number 1 is...
So many to choose from.
So many to choose from. Number 1 is Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
That's my number 1. That might be my number 1 movie. I love that movie, yo.
Yeah. Tom Hanks, right? Tom Hanks and him. Yeah, I've seen that. That's a good one.
Fuck, now... Like, now I'm just going to be throwing movies out there just because I know he's in them, and I'm...
But no, fucking Gangs in New York, and just fucking...
Gangs in New York's on there?
Yeah.
Departed?
He's
in Departed, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Departed, but I think he's in it.
Yeah, he's in it. It's him and, fuck, who's the other guy?
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon,
yeah.
Yeah. I'll put, what's the one that he was in recently, where he plays, like, the billionaire, like, or, and Margot Robbie's in it. She's hot.
Oh, yeah, she was naked in it. I was like, oh shit,
What
Harley
movie's that
Quinn's
called again?
titties.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that movie.
That movie. Yeah. Is that 4 or 5?
I think that's 4.
One more.
One more.
I just know because Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. Shutter Island, but I don't know if
that one's alright.
I don't know if I put that in my.
One.
I'd probably think of a better one if I had more time because I'm
like
just like
that
I
one.
like it better than Titanic.
Yeah.
Titanic wasn't bad either. I think he played an Irishman in the basement.
Titanic was alright, but I feel like most of the time, like I watched that when I was young, and it was really just to see Kate Winslet's titties.
I remember I was at the theater and I was with my friend, and he's like, "Oh, he covered his eyes." He's like, "I can't."
What
look.
the fuck?
You were a little kid.
That was my first time seeing titties. I definitely
So how old were
didn't
you?
cover. Oh, I fucking don't know, man.
You were probably like 10, and I was probably like,
somewhere around
I'm
there.
a couple years younger. I was probably like 8.
How old are you?
I'm 88, so I'm turning 32.
All right.
Turning 32 tomorrow.
Hey, shit, man. Right on. Happy early birthday, brother.
So.
All right, and just because I'm a nerd, I feel like I'm gonna ask every guest this: top 5 superheroes.
Ooh. And we didn't have. Let me have a treat first too, yo. We never had any treats. Yo.
Okay, all right. Let's fucking.
Let me have a treat, and I'll think of superheroes.
Let's run some treats.
I'm gonna.
So I got a fucking bin of a bunch of Japanese treats. Don't really know what the fuck they are, but we're gonna try them out. Oh, this one I know what they are. Sparkling wine Kit Kat.
Okay.
Should fuck with that. You fucking.
Should I look through it?
Yeah, go ahead. Get your brain fucking 5 superheroes. If you even know 5.
I know 5.
Okay, I'll just fuck it with you.
No. Okay, this is the one that caught my eye, but I don't know if it's gonna be good. But
all right.
okay, so I'm gonna say Gambit. Gambit's one of my top 5.
Yes, dude.
I love Gambit.
Slept on.
I hated when they made a Gambit movie because they really fucked it up. And whenever they try and put him in these live action movies, they do a terrible job, man.
What the fuck we got here?
Do you remember who played him? Did you ever see the Gambit movie? It was garbage, yo.
No, was it like a fan movie?
No. Fucking guy. Did you ever see the show Friday Night Lights? There was he played Gambit, the guy that plays a running back in that. Anyways, Gambit's. Oh, this is dark chocolate.
This is. I fucking hate dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Japan loves. Okay, let's see.
So what is this? You just get a snack. Okay,
It's a winter mochi. See, I'm fucking butchering that. I know I'm not saying it right. Mochi. Mochi?
Mochi, maybe?
Mochi. Is it good?
It's a little rubbery.
Seems chewy. Yeah, you're chewing
it's
on
dark
it really
chocolate.
hard. I fucking hate dark chocolate, dude.
Let's see what's in it. Japan love mochi.
Oh.
Slightly bitter. And a gummy. A gummy inside.
It's like dark chocolate with a fucking
I didn't love that.
marshmallow. Not good.
I only said one superhero so far, and it was Gambit. Okay.
That's a good one, though. That's a good start.
It is. And honestly, I know this is... I'm not going to go too, like, crazy with it. Spider-Man, yo. Spider-Man has to be in my top 5.
Spider-Man's a dude. Sparkling wine Kit Kat.
Are you a Spider-Man
try that
fan?
shit? Yeah, actually. My first, my top 3, superheroes, I would be Batman. Well, maybe not top 3, but these are the 3 that got me actually into the world. I have, thousands of comics now.
I don't like this. I'm going to eat it because I'm hungry, but...
Yeah,
This is not good. But I just wanted to have my reaction to this chocolate, but finish what you were saying.
Sparkling wine
No.
with strawberry. I don't know how it could be good.
So Spider-Man's in your top 5 too?
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, that's fucking gross.
Now, does Venom count as a superhero?
I don't know. It depends because, most of the time I think people would consider Venom an anti-hero, but there's been times where...
Because I would put Venom in my top 5. But I won't. But let's talk villains after. Let's do a top 5 villain.
Have you seen Venom? The movie?
I love Venom the movie.
Seems like a hero in that, man.
He's a fucking hero in
that.
That.
That was one of the movies that I was worried about because I'm like, how are they going to do a Venom movie without Spider-Man? But they fucking did it, dude. And they did it well.
And Venom 2 was supposed to come out this year, but it got fucked up because of goddamn coronavirus.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I won't put Venom up there. But Batman's on my list, yeah. Top.
Man, that tastes like straight ass crack, bro.
Batman's in the top 5 for sure. Now, Deadpool, I love the Deadpool movie, but I didn't know anything about Deadpool before the Deadpool movie, so I don't know if that would count as...
Well, it doesn't matter how you come to your conclusion, man. I don't
He
really
seemed like
care.
okay. So he seems
Deadpool, I think, would be considered an anti-hero too. For these purposes, it doesn't matter. Put Venom, put Deadpool. I don't give a fuck.
fair enough. So yeah, Batman, Venom, Spider-Man, Deadpool, and did I say it? Oh, Spider-Man.
That's 4.
Batman, Spider-Man, Venom, Gambit,
Deadpool.
And Deadpool.
I can't count, Doc.
Deadpool. Even though, yeah, like growing up, I would probably put Wolverine up there too, and take Deadpool out if anything. Because growing up, I just thought Gambit and Wolverine were so sick. And if you wanted to really talk about it, does Raphael of the Ninja Turtles count as a superhero?
Absolutely.
Because I'll put him in the top 5.
That
no
would be
problem.
my top 5. See, I want to put Ninja Turtles in one spot because I feel like...
No, you gotta pick one.
Oh, you have to... Well, obviously, Raphael's the best.
That's like saying the X-Men or the fucking...
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But Raphael's the best of the Turtles. I don't think that's up for debate.
Nice. There is people that think otherwise, but I'm glad that you agree.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I think like my favorite superheroes for sure are like the ones that are like and people would debate this because they don't have superpowers, but I think the most interesting stories are with the humans. Like I like Batman, I like Red Hood, who is like the old Robin. Like Joker supposedly killed Jason Todd, and then time passed and he came back as like Red Hood, who's basically Batman combat fighting skills, but with guns.
Huh, I never seen that.
So he's like fucking crazy, and he doesn't really have like as much of a moral compass as Batman does.
No,
so he'll fucking take someone's life like nothing, like Punisher. He's a mix of Punisher and Batman.
Is this just a comic book, or is there a show or a movie?
A lot of comic books, but if you know the show Titans,
Okay, yeah.
the new season's coming out, and I saw the guy who's playing Jason Todd in it, and I saw him in the Red Hood outfit. So
okay.
we know we're getting him the next season. And it'll be
Sick.
the first time you actually see like Red Hood not in a cartoon.
Is Titan sick?
I like it, man.
Okay,
First season was slow.
Did you watch Doom Patrol?
Yeah.
Out of all these superhero shows, which one would you recommend? The top one to watch.
WATCHMEN.
Really? Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. I have crazy.
And it's like it's not necessarily. It's like set in that world, but it's not like your typical superhero show. That's what's so good. My girl liked it.
Is it
That's
one
all I
season
have
or
to say.
2 seasons?
Just one season,
Okay.
and they're not going to do another season. It wraps up after 9 episodes, but they're like an hour long. That's the one I would definitely recommend. Fucking Watchmen. Yeah, you have Crave, so
Yeah.
you know
Crave is
what's
sick,
up.
man. Crave, the show that I'm watching right now. I'll just throw out this recommendation for free. You guys can tip me later. Warrior.
Warrior?
You seen it?
Nah.
So you like kung fu at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bruce Lee wrote this story. Like you can tell, like the main character has a lot of Bruce Lee swag, and yeah, it's just a fucking sick fighting show. Basically, Chinatown in San Francisco in the late 1800s, a bunch of Chinatown gangs, fucking Irish cops. It's just a good little mix of characters in there, and they're just sick at fighting.
It's on Crave?
It's on Crave.
Yeah, all right.
Check it out. It's in the second season. I flew through the first season, so now I'm waiting for new episodes every Friday.
All right. I think more of those streaming sites should do that shit instead of just releasing it all at once. Like I'm kind of on the fence, but I lean more towards the weekly episodes just because it gives more time for it to stir in your brain.
I like at least
you can come up with theories.
It'd be nice to have a little binge though, maybe 3 a week.
Yeah.
Say you have a 12 episode season, and you do 3 episodes for however many, 4 weeks that is. But then it does go by quick. I know what you mean. It is nice to have something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's even better than the common, I guess, Netflix model of releasing 13
season.
episodes, and then after 2 days you're like, well, fuck. And sometimes, dude, if it's a good show, I get down when I can't fucking watch it. I just finished Sopranos for the first time ever, bro. I feel more Italian.
You're Italian?
Yeah.
Full?
Yeah, Italian and French.
Okay, good.
Italian and French Canadian.
Yeah, Goneau, yeah.
Phenomenal show, and then it was done, and I'm like, well, what the fuck do I do now with my
How'd you
life?
feel about that ending?
I didn't mind it, man.
You knew it already, though?
I knew that it cut out. I've seen a lot of people talk about it,
shit,
and yeah, exactly. So, I knew what to expect, and you know what? I didn't find it as abrupt as a lot of people. I didn't see a problem with the ending. Did you?
But I think because you knew what to expect,
yeah,
it probably didn't sting. But me watching it for the first, when I was younger and not knowing that was gonna happen, I was a little upset for sure. When I watched it, not knowing it was gonna happen, I'm like, the fuck? This is the end of Sopranos? Does he die or what?
Yeah. Yeah. And there's so much happening. Like, there's a lot of things happening in those last little minutes with the guy going to the bathroom. And, like, it was... They spent way too much time focusing on Meadow parking her car. It was weird. So it did end a lot more abruptly. My girl also mentioned that, it's because I was like, oh yeah, I heard that it ends mid-sentence. She's like, no, it's a song. Don't Stop Believing. So I was set, bro. As soon as I heard it, I was like, all right, so this is the end. Like, this is the last minute or two.
Of course
so I was ready.
This thing, man.
You know? But I enjoyed it, man. I thought that's one of the best
show,
shows, and I've been checking out some James Gandolfini stuff since because he's just fucking next level on his acting.
Huh.
Yeah, he's...
What else is he in that you recommend?
Enough Said with...
The movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a movie. Him and the main woman from Seinfeld. I wasn't big on Seinfeld, so I don't know.
Oh, Elaine?
Yes, yeah. It's him.
You weren't big on Seinfeld.
Nah, man. You know, it's funny, because before I... And I'm still not big in, so I don't want to give that impression.
How about Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I've earned... Yeah, I like Curb.
Okay.
Curb's good. There's something about Seinfeld, though. It's like, it might be his face. I don't know, but...
He's a bit of a jerk.
I didn't really appreciate anything he offered until I went to Second City. And then once I, learned how to, structure a joke and things like that, and then I watch him and I'm like, this guy's,
genius joke writer.
He's great. Yeah, he's a great writer. Maybe it's something on his performance side then, because I appreciate everything. I actually like Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, that little show he does, more than, his stand-up. I'd rather watch that.
Fair enough.
You were...
Shots fired.
You were on Kill Tony.
Yeah, that was sick, yeah.
Yeah. So, did you ever get any interaction after you were on stage with them, or?
Were you there that night?
I wasn't there. Oh. I didn't start comedy at that point, but
okay.
I watched it. A bunch of people I knew were on it.
Oh, really?
That were there. Sarah Wren.
Yeah.
Mark Karaki, and
sick,
I don't know how to say his last name.
Yeah.
He actually got on, right?
Yeah, he killed it. He smashed
it. And then you. I think there was one other person.
Those were the only two that I knew.
But they asked you to eat some spaghetti out of fucking Jeremiah's mouth.
Yeah.
Ridiculous shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I appreciate you, and I love your... I'd rather be booed than fucking eat this shit. Go ahead, boo me, and you're just taking all the booze in, dude. I fucking...
Loved it. That was one of the best moments of my life. I gotta fucking cut that clip and put it on Instagram or something, but...
What would you do? What would you want for someone... I'm not saying I'm gonna spit food in your mouth, so don't get that. I'm saying... There's got to be something. Because they didn't really offer you anything. I'm like, they didn't even... They just said, do it. They didn't... if they offered you a spot on the show, would you have done it?
No.
What could they have offered you to make you do that?
Okay, open for me worldwide. I'm gonna
go on tour.
I'm going to take you around
50
the world
shows.
and you're going to get paid handsomely. It would have to be an offer like that. That's disgusting.
Money.
Money and you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways. That was a sick night, though, overall. I was living in Brampton at the time, so I wasn't sure if I was going to go. It was at midnight. But I looked at Tony Hinchcliffe's Twitter, and it said, oh, you don't need a ticket to get in. Because I wasn't sure. That's one of the things I was like, I don't want to get down there and find out I have to buy a ticket just to get in. I just want to try and see if I can go. I see him. If you're a comedian, you don't need a ticket. And he tweeted that out at 7:24. 7 and 24 are my favorite numbers. So I'm like, this is a sign. I'm gonna get on. So I get there. I show up in line. I see Karakinitis. I see Hassan, a couple guys that I know, and I was like, yeah. I joined them in line. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get on. And then they're like, oh yeah, whatever. And I was like, no, I got a sign. God gave me a sign. And then Hassan's like, oh, if you get on, I'm gonna pray to your God. And anyways, I did get on, and after I'm like, yo, you gonna pray to my God? And he's like, oh, whatever.
You didn't. That was bullshit. I have my toes crossed.
So. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, fucking God is good, and that's the same way I started doing comedy. I seen Path to Comedy. You were gonna ask about that. Sort of look at your notes, but
it's good, bro. It's good.
Just on the topic of God in my life. I'm not a religious person, but I had a couple really tough years in a row. I used to have a really bad gambling problem. I was an addict, and with bookies and stuff, it was bad. And one day I got down on my knees and I prayed to God. I was like, I need a new path in life. I need help. And I never got down on my knees to pray since I was a little kid, probably. So, or when going to church when they make you do it. So, yeah, I really like I was at my, the end of my rope. Like, I needed help.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, I felt like the weight of that need to gamble was off me a little bit. Like, whatever, that could be just a coincidence. But a couple of days later, I run into a friend that I see like once a year, and he tells me there's a comedy club in Brampton. Come check it out. I go there. I watch the first one. Like 2 days later, I try it out, and I fucking killed the first time. And I'm like, this is it. This is the path that God wanted me to go. So I traded in one addiction for another. The new addiction's comedy.
Hey man,
And it's been great.
I don't. Can you call it an addiction if it's healthy?
Honestly, man,
I don't know.
Just because I know a couple people that traded in an addiction for comedy, I think it is.
Yeah.
Or at least it's a fucking coping mechanism. It's a therapy.
Absolutely, man.
You know?
No, I mean, not exactly the same, but similar, where I was like very, very, at a very low point in my life, when I decided to do comedy, and I had been in a relationship for, I don't know, 5 years or so, and I was engaged. She had a daughter. I was I was living the family life, I was like stepdad, and then shit just went wrong. We got engaged. We were engaged for maybe about a year, and then shit was it was going south, and I could see it. And in my heart, I knew the right thing to do was leave, but I don't think I can muster it up. Like, in all honesty,
you were with her for 5 years?
Yeah.
And the kid was how old?
At the time, I think maybe like at the end of it, 12.
Damn.
Yeah. So she was going into high school.
And you were basically her dad for 5 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and she was going into high school like the year we split up. So I think I want to say 12, but yeah, man, and I was just really down. I'm glad she actually took the first step in ending it, because I wanted to do it, but I was like comfortable. I was scared, that kind of shit, all that shit that happens when you're at the end of a relationship. And so she's like, yeah, like I'm gonna move, and I was kind of like, like a huge weight off my shoulders. And I was like, man, I've been living for these two for like the past like 5.5, whatever, how long it was. And now I'm going to fucking do something for me. And so I was just like, what? Like my interests, like comedy's up there, music. I had already pursued music, but like music's way more money than comedy. Like if I wanted to actually be a musician, to actually get to where I need to be, it's going to cost me like a significant amount of money that I just don't have. Yeah. So I just decided to do comedy, because you just show up. You don't need anything. You just go there.
You don't make a lot of money in comedy, though.
You don't, but it's like it was the outlet that I needed at the time to get me through, and I really love it. I really miss the stage right now. That's kind of why I started doing this, just to kind of have an outlet. Because man, I think that's important. I think waking up with a purpose and just being excited about something. Like you should, every day you should wake up excited about something. Obviously, like you're gonna have your lazy days and whatever, but I think that's super important, and not always chase the money, and chase.
No, you need it in your life.
In your heart,
for sure.
yeah.
You need something. What I say is, it gave me purpose, passion, and hope, and I don't feel like I had any of those three things in my life before.
Right on,
for like the years before.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a purpose, a passion, and a hope, and that's like a reason to fucking get up and go every morning,
Yeah, brother. Yeah, it's important, man. Too many people don't have that shit.
Yeah. It is, I know. So I'm very grateful to have it, and I'm sure you are too. Once you started doing it, you fell in love with it,
Oh, yeah, instantly. I took 2-month classes at Second City. I think I said that earlier. But I don't know. I always wanted to do it, and I had been considering doing an open mic, and just without getting any kind of classes.
Where was the first place you did it? Was that at Second City, I guess? They
well, yeah, like I did a show that I don't even really consider that like my first performance, because it's like everybody that's close to all the people in the class, they laugh extra hard.
Okay, so where's the first like mic that you hit?
Oh man, the first mic I hit was at what was it called? Brandon Zakai, Cherry Cola Rock and Roll Cabaret. You know that place? I like that place. The first mic I was at, fucking Rahil was there, and he was the only one who did good.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy's all right. And I've been a fan of her Hills since then.
Nice.
So yeah, but did a lot of Social Capital. Really anything. Like your place kind of became home for a bit, and there was Sarah Wren had a show down here in Ontario and Lakeshore.
Yeah.
Super close, so I went there like every Saturday. So it was like, but then she moved to New York. I didn't have that. Your place has always kind of felt like home base to me, like 52nd Street. I mean, you know.
I know. Well, hopefully it can be here at the other end of the pandemic, or at least I'll find another spot in Brampton that can make the same vibe. But
they're still open right now.
They're open, but not for like entertainment. No.
Yeah, I always like those kind of places. When I say home base, I just mean like I felt comfortable just trying shit, and I ate shit a lot there, and I learned a lot just performing at that place. Whether it was like 15 people or fucking 40 people, it didn't really matter.
Yeah, they're lucky because you know how you can only have people on the patio pretty much for most of this year. They have a massive patio, so
did they cover it and stuff? They did.
Yeah. I haven't been there in a while, but I heard my friend was there the other day and he said business is booming.
Yeah, I try to stay away from Brampton.
Yeah.
Where you live in Brampton?
I used to live in Brampton. I moved last year, but I was at. Are you from Brampton?
Well, I lived in Brampton for like 10 years.
You know how they have like lettered sections?
Yeah.
So I was in the end section for my whole life.
Yeah, right.
I lived in 3 different houses, but they were all in the end section.
Okay. You went to North Park?
No, I went to St. Thomas Aquinas.
Oh, okay.
I'm a good Catholic boy.
Gotcha. Fuck, man. So, what are the future plans for you, dude?
Future plans?
Yeah, probably you got anything else
get
going?
Rich and famous, be
Start
a big success.
Two podcasts?
Yeah, okay. So what do I have going on now? Yeah, the Wet Beak. That drops every fucking Wednesday at the Wet Beak. And Pros and Conquerors, the Bad Boys of History. I know you were asking me if I'm a history guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big history guy, but I do, when I see people tearing down statues and stuff, I'm like, okay, I do want to, what did he do that was so fucked up? So that's where that idea for that came from, because I was just like, I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah.
So then, every episode, we look into, like, it's not like I'm a fucking expert, but I do about 2 hours of research on the internet, finding all the worst things and the best things that these people did. We done fucking Gandhi, Christopher Columbus, fucking, who's the guy on our, Canada's first Prime Minister? John A. Macdonald. We did an episode on him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa's
my favorite episode. Check that one out. And Gandhi's surprising, too.
Yeah. Dope, man.
Yeah, man. That's there's no shows on the go, but at least fucking podcasts, things like this, yo.
You did a bunch of those, you were doing the rooftop shit with...
that was sick, yeah. Rooftop comedy, but...
Angelica,
yeah.
Angelica.
Yeah.
I feel like I've only ever seen it written. I don't know. I performed with her, but I guess it slipped my mind.
Jam and Jelly Productions, yo. It was a fucking hit, and we're bringing it back next summer. Or hopefully spring, if it's warm enough.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to the first episode. Really appreciate it. Episodes are going to be released every 2 weeks on Tuesday. So, hope you tune in again. Peace the fuck out.